There exists a fruit, native to North America, so powerful that it makes even blueberries look ordinary, stretching from the Great Lakes down to the Carolinas. This small, dark berry packs a punch. It contains 4 times the antioxidants of blueberries and was named the #1 food for medicinal potency by the USDA in 2020. Out of 276 foods analyzed, this isn't just another berry to snack on. This berry produces its own natural medicine to withstand frost, drought, and pest sand. When we consume it, that medicine becomes ours. Yet despite its remarkable properties, most people have never heard of it, and if they have, it was probably under a name designed to repel them. Chokeberry. The story begins with early settlers tasting it for the first time. Their reaction, a puckered grimace at the bitter flavor. They decided it was worthless and cleared it from the land to plant crops that tasted like sugar. In doing so, they erased one of the most potent antioxidant factories in the temperate world. But before European settlers arrived, indigenous peoples of North America understood the berry's true value. To the Potawatomi, it was known as suquin, a vital part of their diet. The Abenaki relied on it for winter survival, while the Lakota used it as a secret ingredient in pemmican, a high-energy survival food made from dried meat and fat. The berry's natural preservatives kept the meat from spoiling for years. Indigenous peoples judged food not by sweetness, but by function. They recognized that the dark, purple-black fruit was powerful medicine. The Cherokee brewed its bark to break fevers, and the Potawatomi used the berries to cure persistent chest colds. These communities intuitively understood what modern science would take centuries to prove. The bitterness of this berry was not a flaw, it was the point. This berry is Aronia, scientifically known as Aronia melanocarpa, or black chokeberry. As settlers expanded westward in the 19th century, they ignored the resilient Aronia bushes growing and their focus was on apples, pears, peaches, fruits imported from Europe, and bread sweetened to taste like sugar. Aronia, with its sharp astringency, was pushed to the margins. Yet across the ocean, someone recognized its potential. In 1897, Russian botanist Ivan Maturin obtained this useless American berry, working in the harsh climate of the Altai Mountains, where delicate European fruits perished. He saw the Aronia's strength and resilience. He began breeding it, crossing it with mountain ash, to create larger RDA fruits, eventually producing Aronia mitharini, while America busied itself inventing soda and candy bars. The Soviet Union turned Aronia into a strategic crop. By 1946, it became an official fruit species of the USSR, planted by the millions, used for juice, wine, and extracts, even for cosmonauts and soldiers. The Soviets recognized it as an adaptogen, a substance that helps the human body resist stress. Meanwhile, back in its homeland of North America, Aronia remained largely ignored, treated as little more than a decorative shrub. Commercial cultivation didn't begin in the US until 1997, making Americans a full century late to their own. Why did we ignore it for so long? Because we were seduced by a lie. The lie that healthy foods must be sweet. Over decades, modern fruits like strawberries, apples, and even blueberries have been bred for sweetness, size, and water content. In the process, they lost much of their medicinal power. The phytochemicals that fight cancer, reduce inflammation, and protect the heart compounds like tannins, polyphenols, and anthocyanins are almost always bitter, astringent, or sour. When you taste that dry, puckering sensation in Aronia berries, you're tasting the plant's immune system, its shield, working to protect you. Scientific data backs this up. In 2020, USDA scientists analyzed 276 foods using the Oxygen Radical Absorbance Capacity, or X scale, which measures how effectively a food neutralizes free radicals, molecules that cause aging and disease. The compounds matter, too. Aronia is rich in proanthocyanidins, the same heart-healthy compounds found in red wine, but at 10 times the concentration of grapes. In 2008, the Bulgarian Academy of Sciences ran a trial with diabetics and found that after 90 days of drinking Aronia juice, fasting blood glucose dropped by 17%. In 2017, The University of Illinois discovered it also reduces insulin spikes. This isn't just a berry, it's a natural metabolic regulator. Yet industrial agriculture prefers simplicity. It favors blueberries because they're easy to snack on, fit the sweet profile, and can be shipped globally with minimal preparation. Aronia doesn't fit this model. You don't just pop raw aronia berries into your mouth, and dry it out. Aronia demands a relationship. It thrives when cooked into sauces, blended into smoothies, fermented into wine, or dried for tea. It requires a culture that values preparation over instant gratification, something modern industrial agriculture often rejects. Economic pressures also played a role. While blueberries benefit from USDA subsidies, research funding, and marketing campaigns, aronia farmers were left largely on their own. Over 50% of blueberries are sold through major retail chains, but 34% of aronia sales still happen at farmers' markets, keeping it small and niche. Beyond economics, aronia also faces the threat of biopiracy. Just like wild rice of the Ojibwe, biotech companies have attempted to patent hybrid aronia varieties without indigenous consent, trying to remove the wildness, breed out the bitterness, and sell it back as a nuisance. Despite this, resistance is growing, led by the people who never forgot the berry's power. In 2012, the Meskwaki Nation in Iowa launched a food sovereignty initiative, reclaiming aronia not as a commodity, but as a relative. They established Red Earth Gardens, growing traditional foods to heal a community ravaged by diabetes and the legacy of boarding schools. They teach their youth that medicine doesn't always taste like syrup. Family farmers have also led a revival. In 1997, the Pitts family in western Iowa faced heavy, wet soil unsuitable for corn or soy. They planted aronia, the only crop that naturally thrived there, creating the first commercial aronia farm in the US today. Hundreds of growers exist in the Midwest, and Iowa even celebrates Aronia Berry Month each September, not due to corporate lobbying, but because of a grassroots movement. This revival proves a simple truth. People are tired of fruit bread for sugar and shelf life, but lacking in nutrients. Aronia breaks the rules of modern food. It is perennial, planted once and producing for up to 20 years. It requires no nitrogen fertilizer, and it faces almost no pests in its native habitat. While blueberry farmers spray fungicides and pump groundwater to survive an unsuitable climate, aronia grows effortlessly in roadside ditches, forest edges, and backyards. Each bush produces around 20 pounds of fruit annually, translating to 30 cups of natural medicine without cost or industrial inputs. In Mani Wali's aronia represents an exit strategy from industrial dependence, a return to resilient, nutrient-dense food systems. The story of aronia is a story of our own palate. We were trained to fear the bitter, the dry, and the strong. But that very bitterness signals health. Tannins bind proteins in your mouth, and antioxidants fight inflammation in your blood. The plant is communicating. It's strong enough to help you survive. We nearly lost this berry, not because it went extinct, but because we forgot how to taste it. Russians valued it more than we did, and the USDA reinforced the notion that only sweet things have value. Yet the bushes still stand, thriving quietly in wetlands, forest edges, and gardens. They wait for us to grow up to the reality that real food challenges us, nourishes us, and protects us. Sometimes, the best things in life don't taste like candy, they taste like the earth. This knowledge isn't lost, it is simply ripening, ready for the next generation to rediscover, and the next vault opens soon, ready to uncover more forgotten natural treasures.